Hi guys, welcome to my New Year's Eve eye tutorial. So today I'm going to be using the Naked Heat palette, which I'm sure loads and loads of you got for Christmas this year or bought it when it launched. So I thought I'd use something quite popular that most people would have. So I'm going to be getting into the shade. I actually mixed Chaser and Sauced on a large fluffy brush, and we're going to build that up as our transition colour. So this is just going to really help any other colour we put on after this really blend and help you give that nice gradient. So I'm just really keep adding more colour to build up the depth in it, and then I'm buffing out all the edges. And while I'm here with this brush, I go in and do the bottom as well. You don't have to do the bottom if you're doing your eyes first and then your foundation. You could always leave the bottom of your eyes till last, but I always just find that it's a bit quicker. I was actually doing my makeup for work at 6 o'clock in the morning, hence why I'm voicing over. But I just find this is a lot quicker for me. So we're dragging that colour right the way round into the inner corner of the eye, and then again I'm just buffing away that harsh line that you can see. So then we're going to go in with a smaller fluffy brush, and we're going to take this kind of within that first colour, and I'm going to be in with the colour Low Blow, so again another matte colour to really build up that depth in the contour in your eye. So I'm taking that slightly within, and I've been a little more focused on where I'm placing this colour. Building up the depth in the outer corner, and then just dragging that into the eye. And again, you're wanting to just take that on the bottom as well. So we're really getting that gradient in there with the lighter colours and just working our way up the palette through all the kind of matte colours just now. And then go in with the colour He Devil, which is that nice rich red matte in the middle of the palette. And I'm taking this more directly right round, so you can see that crease is really starting to build where I'm going to then cut the crease. I go back into my first fluffy brush, no extra product on this, and you know me, I love to blend out the colours, so I'm just really getting in, making sure there's no harsh lines. I just want to make sure everything's really buffed out and really soft and smoky. So then I went in with the Urban Decay's Perversion 24/7 pencil. So if you've ever used this, you'll know that it literally does not budge. It's the blackest black I've ever used in my life. So I'm just taking that in the waterline and slightly below the waterline, and then I'm going to go in with a smaller, kind of more denser brush, but it's still quite fluffy, and I'm dipping into Blackout, which is a matte black eyeshadow from Urban Decay, and I'm really smoking this out. Now I do take this really dramatic. I take it quite far down because I quite like it. I quite like to have a really dark smoky under eye. This is totally optional. You do not have to do this. You can totally skip this part if you want, or you can use maybe like a softer colour to blend it out. Maybe something like He Devil or Ashes, or you can just draw the line and leave it there. You don't have to take it as far down as this. You can just take it a little bit. It's completely up to you. So really you shouldn't really be pulling on your eye like this, but it just wasn't blending out quite the way I wanted it to. Then I'm taking that same colour and I'm going to connect this up into my outer corner. So I want that whole colour to be rounded. Even though I'm going to do a winged eyeliner, I want the colour to circle right round my eye. I want it to be quite consistent right the way through. I don't want any gaps, I don't want any spaces. I want that black to come from the outer corner and smoke right along the bottom. So I'm building up that colour first, and then I go back in with the smaller blending brush of the two, and I'm going in with the colour Ashes, and we're going to buff out the corners of this. So this is what normally takes the longest in any smoky eye you do, is really building that depth and getting the concentration of the colour up. If you want it really dark, you'd have to add this about 4 or 5 times. If not, you can just do it once and that'll be fine. and again back in with that larger brush with the colour Soft and Low Blow on it, and we're buffing out again. I kind of work my way down by adding the colours, and then I work my way back up with blending the colours out. So if you are doing this after your foundation, just be aware that you need to keep wiping the fallout as you go. Although I did have quite a matte base, if that eyeshadow starts to stick to any oily skin, it will stick there. So just keep wiping it away. That was me taking a sip of cold tea. So we're going with Eden now, which is the primer potion from Urban Decay. It's a nice yellowy matte finish and it's waterproof as well. So I'm just taking that on the back of my hand. And the best brush I find to ever do this with is Urban Decay's lip brush. So you can see the head of that brush, it's got a nice curve on it. It is the most perfect brush to do a cut crease with. It literally takes me no time at all. So I've loaded up my brush first, and you can see the actual angle of that brush pretty much does the work for me. It's completely up to you where you take your crease, how high you take it. I take it slightly above my crease in my eye, just so that I can see it when my eyes are opened. So you want to make sure you get your lines first. I do both eyes, get my line out, and then I pat it all out. So that's both eyes done there. I'm just making sure they're even. Just take your time with this. It does, sometimes you do it and it's brilliant first time. Sometimes it takes you 2 or 3 times, and as you know, those creases get higher and higher until they match. So I just use my finger to just soften that edge there because we don't want it to stop quite abruptly. And I just take my little brush and just kind of soften out the edges of that. I'm then taking a flat brush, and I actually took the colour Scorched first, which is a nice kind of gold metallic shade from the palette. Not Scorched, I'm talking rubbish. Lumber, sorry. I put that all over it, but it was actually a little bit dark for me, so I went in with Ounce. I'm terrible. Went in with Ounce, which is the very first colour of the palette. It's like a nice light kind of sheer kind of shimmer colour. I don't even know what you would call it. But I put that over Lumber just to give it a little, just to make it a little bit brighter. It was a bit too gold for me. I didn't really want to go with just normal gold. So it almost made it quite rosy gold, I think. So I'm going into that first little brush I used before, and I'm taking the colour, I think it was either He Devil or Infuego, I'm pretty sure. And just where those two colours meet, I'm just patting the colour to give it more of a gradient. I don't want to go from a light colour straight to my blackest black. I want to give a nice kind of blend in between as well. So once I added this lid colour, I decided that it wasn't actually as dark as I wanted it to be. So again, I just went in with my blackout shade, patting them on the outer corners and then buffing it out. I just wanted the outer corners to be really dark and dramatic. Why not? It's supposed to be a New Year's Eve tutorial anyway. So just repeating the same steps as before, adding the colour, buffing away the edges, you know the drill. So this is actually a little liner brush from View Techniques that I'm using, and I'm dipping that into the colour Infuego and Ashes, and I'm just going right above that cut crease and really defining that line. When you do this, it makes the actual lid colour pop with the contrast between the light and dark, so that's a little extra that you can add in there. So I'm taking the Midnight Cowboy glitter and the Junk Show glitter from Urban Decay, and I like to layer both of these. I didn't want it to be too gold, but didn't want to be bright pink either, so mixing the two of these gives you almost like a kind of rosy gold glitter. So these are great for packing in the lid. You can put them over your liner, you can put a pop on the bottom, which I've done before, you can put a bit in the inner corner. It's completely up to yourself. But I like to just layer it all over the eye to give you the most beautiful glitter eye. Because the glitter is infused in the gel, you don't get any fallout, which is great. You don't want chunks of glitter falling all over your face all night. So I'm in the gold first and then over it with the pink. So guys, that is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed. It was really quick. I was just trying to squeeze in a little New Year's Eve tutorial before New Year's had finished. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a great New Year's Eve, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thanks.